She asked for a break, so I gave her one and left the country. She told me, we need a break to see if we miss each other. I just nodded and said, I understand. What she didn't know was that I was planning to propose the very next week. The ring was already hidden in my sock drawer. A vintage emerald cut cost me 3 months of my salary. I had already talked to her dad over beers at his favorite sports bar, booked our anniversary dinner for Valentine's Day, even practiced my speech in my car during lunch breaks like a complete idiot. Then, Tuesday night happened. She sat me down, looking serious, talking about needing space, about finding herself, about growing as individuals, and I just stayed calm. No arguing, no begging, no emotional speech, just take all the time you need. She kept staring at me like she was waiting for me to break, like I was supposed to fall apart right there in front of her, but I didn't. I even helped her pack her overnight bag, folded her clothes neatly while she kept glancing at me, confused. The next morning, I walked straight into the jewelry store and returned the ring, just like that. Money back in my account. No questions asked. And then I did something even crazier. I booked a one-way ticket to Tokyo, leaving in 10 days. I had always wanted to teach English in Japan since college, but she hated that idea, said it was childish, said it wasn't a real adult plan. She already had our entire life mapped out. House in the suburbs, 2 kids, routine, safe, predictable. For the first time, I chose something for myself. 2 weeks later, I was standing in Shibuya with 1 suitcase and terrible Japanese. I found a small teaching job in Akihabara, rented a tiny apartment with paper-thin walls, started learning the language from scratch using apps and YouTube, and honestly, life felt alive again. Every day was unpredictable. Every day felt like an adventure. Meanwhile, my friend Jake kept updating me about her. She was posting non-stop, bars, parties, living her best life, but at the same time, she kept asking mutual friends about me, like she didn't expect me to actually move on. Month 3 is when things really changed. That's when I met Yuki. It was at a small language exchange meetup in a cafe in Harajuku. She was studying international business, spoke perfect English, and had this laugh that just stayed with you. We started meeting twice a week. At first, it was just language practice, but it didn't stay that way for long. It wasn't forced. It wasn't complicated. It just felt easy, like we both knew what we wanted without having to question it. Then one morning, we were sitting in a small cafe, sharing coffee and pancakes when my phone started blowing up. Message after message. I made a huge mistake. I miss you so much it hurts. This break was stupid. Please come home. Then another. I saw you're in Japan. Are you serious right now? And another. Answer me. We need to talk. I stared at the screen for a second, took a screenshot, then showed it to Yuki. She read everything quietly, raised her eyebrows, then started laughing. Tell her you found someone who doesn't need a break to know what she wants. So I did. I sent exactly that. Simple, clean, final. Her reply came back almost instantly. Japan was always a stupid idea anyway. You're throwing your life away. This won't last. I showed Yuki. She just smiled and said, should we tell her about our engagement party next month? We both started laughing so hard the cafe staff started staring at us. And in that moment, it hit me. The right person doesn't ask for space to figure out your worth. They already know.